Caitlin Clark
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and forth.
I'm a fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
Stephen A. Smith just slammed the brakes on Angel Reese's ego ride so hard it left skid marks. And this wasn't some flashy Netflix doc with a scripted downfall. Angel made a move that had the internet collectively. Hearing, seriously what? If you thought the hardwood drama ended with buzzer beaters, think again. Stephen A. didn't just drop the mic, he torched it. The big question now, what exactly did Angel do this time? Buckle up.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living you-know-what at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did. It would have never gotten to this point.
4 points. That's it. Angel Reese put up just 4 points like she was on a scoring cleanse while sitting atop a mountain of rebounds. Even with Caitlin Clark chilling on the bench like a sports drink. Model, half wrapped in ice, half wrapped in hype, Angel couldn't rise to the occasion. She had the ball, the spotlight, the perfect setup to shine, and still posted a stat line that whispered, meh. If you're counting down to Reese's next meltdown, drop a baby giraffe in the comments. Let's go.
First of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you lose about 35 points.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than the Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own that.
This performance wasn't, I'll prove them wrong. It was more like, oops, where's the hoop? While the national story showed Caitlin Clark benched but still influencing the game, Angel Reese's impact was so minimal it could have come with a sorry for the inconvenience card. 4 points. That's not a stat line. It's a silent cry from someone who's starting to realize this might be an early exit interview.
Most fans were excited to see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive
Sure, she grabbed 12 rebounds, and yes, she treats them like coupons, each one redeemable for Chick-fil-A. But rebounds without points? That's just stacking participation trophies. She's acting like scoring 10 points is some kind of burden. The league handed her the spotlight and said, do something big. And she said, no thanks. It's like she views scoring as a luxury. Nice to have, but totally optional.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it!
Life throws her lemons. She makes bricks.
Bang!
PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man.
Bang!
I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan?
Bang!
Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops.
What? Bang!
You know it's a tough night when even the broadcast crew jumps into damage control. Well, she contributed in other ways. Other ways, like a cameo on a reality show. Maybe she spent the game jogging in sneakers that haven't touched the rim since college. The camera even caught her zoned out, like she was mentally auditioning for a spin-off. The real stat hoarders of the WNBA, where stats don't matter as long as you serve looks.
because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her, but it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. and they never got this kind of shit.
Angel Reese once walked in with unmatched swagger. Lashes flawless, nails sharp, hair laid, confidence untouchable. But that 4-point outing practically screamed, "I peaked in college," loud enough to rattle the NCAA archives. This isn't the long-awaited Bayou Barbie takeover. It's starting to feel like Desperate Housewives WNBA edition. Angel's swirling a lonely glass of Pinot, wondering, where'd everyone go? Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, despite getting double-teamed, elbowed, and iced, keeps scoring, dishing assists, and sinking threes like it's her backyard court. She doesn't just show up, she takes over. Angel had the perfect chance, no Caitlin, all eyes on her, mic in hand, and still flopped.
Elaborate a little bit more on that in just a second, but before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, and do you think it will ever subside?
That rebound-heavy stat line, sure, 12 boards, looks like hustle on paper, but rebounds aren't the same as real impact. You can box out 3 defenders and still brick your shot off the front rim. Angel was out there grabbing rebounds like she was collecting Pokemon cards. Gotta catch 'em all, then never bothered to play the game.
Oh man, the latter part of that, Stephen A., is quite the thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlin and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Another diabolical stat. She's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Bang! She should work in housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer a car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that. Bang!
Now the whispers are getting louder, the same ones that say Angel once compared herself to Michael Jordan. But this isn't a pep rally, and if you're not scoring, you're not playing. Right now, Angel's biggest impact might be her sideline fashion or keeping the bench warm. That's not MVP behavior. If her minutes start vanishing, maybe she should check with her stylist before she checks with the stat sheet.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her own missed layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
This was supposed to be her breakout season. The moment Angel proved she was more than just attitude and highlight reels. Instead, she's become the WNBA version of a viral TikTok trend. Massive hype, quick burnout. Now she's the punchline in highlight reels. Remember the milk crate challenge? That's her season. Started strong, made a wobbly move. And now, everyone's watching her tumble, just not fast enough to skip the cringe.
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark, because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her comeuppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough for her to deal with, as she articulated.
Let's be real, people genuinely wanted Angel Reese to win. She entered the league as a headline magnet. The drama, the flair, the Bayou Barbie show the WNBA could sell for months. She had it, charisma, college stardom, viral clips. But sparkle means nothing when your stats couldn't scare a JV squad. 4 points? That's not just bad, it's becoming symbolic. Unless she's pulling off some ironic performance art about inefficiency, this isn't working. Fans are logging in, watching games, and saying, "Wait, that's it?" Twitter lit up, not in awe, but confusion. 4 points again. She's snatching rebounds like a beast, sure, but offensively, she's vanished like a lost AirPod. Even her loyal fans are scrambling to spin it. Actually, you just don't get how good she is. Please, Karen, she's struggling like a flip phone in 2025.
Well, there's a lot of reaction coming in from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be. But the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago Sky.
What makes this even more glaring is that Caitlin Clark, the one sitting out with an injury, is still dominating league conversations without touching the court. That's when things start to feel awkward. Clark's probably on the bench with an iced ankle, sipping electrolytes, casually watching the game, while Angel looks like she forgot what position she plays. And yet somehow, Caitlin still feels like the biggest presence in the arena. How do you lose the spotlight to someone not even in uniform? Then the whispers begin. Front office murmurs about benching her, resting her for development, which is basketball code for we can't say it out loud, but yikes. This isn't a slump, it's a full-blown reckoning. The Sky didn't draft a TikTok celebrity, they wanted a franchise cornerstone. Instead, they've got a rebounding machine with a scoring allergy.
This is only women that get this. I'm tired of it. Like, here's my thing, you guys. What else? Who are these girls? Who are these girls that are hating on Caitlin Clark? Are you just combing through Twitter? What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the fucking knee? Kiss the ring? Like, what do you want from them? We cannot, every time the girl plays a game, she got 40 games, guys. She got 35 more games. We are not every single game gonna revisit and retread this same tired ass rhetoric that all these girls are hating on her, and they need to be thankful they have been.
Real. Teams want killers on the court, not just players with flawless lashes and inspirational Instagram quotes. If you're going to flex on social media, at least back it up with something more than 4 of 12 shooting and good vibes. Even Stephen A. Smith probably cleaned his glasses, stared at the box score, and hollered to the heavens. 4 points? Angel needs to realize this isn't LSU anymore. He's right. This is the WNBA, not a feel-good charity. They don't hand out all-star nods for high-effort cardio. Minutes aren't awarded for memories. And right now, Angel's stat lines look like someone typed them wrong.
What an outfit Angel Reese was rocking. She put a lot of time, a lot of effort into making sure her ensemble was on point. Are my boots matching my jacket? Are my gloves matching my hat? Angel Reese put in tons of time for this outfit, which begs the question, does Angel Reese put in more time in her outfits for the pre-game catwalk, or does she put in more time to actually get better at the game?
With every minute Angel spends on the floor without delivering, the pressure grows. This isn't college ball anymore. This is the pros, where you earn every second you play. Think WNBA coaches are handing out 30-minute nights just because you've got personality? Please. The second your efficiency drops, so does your time on the court. If you're not scoring, assisting, or defending with purpose, you're just filling space. Angel's no longer just playing basketball. She's fighting to stay relevant in a league that forgets hype faster than Twitter trends.
Goose comes along, and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting. 4th in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding. She's like Steph Curry. She could pull up from anywhere. You understand? She has that kind of capability. Then win a national championship Lost to LSU one year, lost to South Carolina another year, but she's outstanding and clearly worthy of being the number 1 overall pick. And what I was saying to everybody is ride the wave. Rising tide lifts all boats.
The stakes have shifted. This isn't about potential anymore, it's about production. If she doesn't bounce back soon, we're headed for a future ESPN doc titled Angel Reese, the Hype That Never Hit, complete with slow-mo turnovers, dramatic piano music, and a narrator whispering, "What happened?" And now we've got to talk about Tyler Marsh, the coach with the impossible job of unlocking Angel like she's a hidden NBA 2K character. He's tried it all. Power forward, small ball 5, weird pseudo-wing roles. At this point, he might be drawing plays in hieroglyphics. But here's the problem. It doesn't matter where you place her if she can't finish. It's like rearranging furniture in a haunted house and expecting the ghosts to leave. Marsh could park her under the rim or at half court. If she's still scoring 4 points, nothing's working. Chicago, we've got a problem.
Balled at Iowa in college. She's balled since she's been in the NBA. She came into the league last year with no break whatsoever between the college game and the pro game and did her thing. Ended up as an all-star, ended up being 4th in the league in MVP voting, was the clear winner for Rookie of the Year. No competition whatsoever in that regard when it was really all said and done. We know what she brings to the table.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is on the injury report and still running the league's narrative. She could be in a walking boot, shooting from a chair, and she'd still outperform Angel in both numbers and headlines. Even on her worst day, Clark finds ways to make an impact, dropping dimes, hitting threes, drawing double teams like a magnet. Off the court, she is the storyline. Think she'll return gently once she's healthy? Not a chance. She's coming back locked in. Meanwhile, Angel's stat sheet reads more like dodgeball than basketball, and let's be honest, fans can see it. When the ball goes to Reese, you hear groans, not cheers. It's like watching someone try to remember their password in front of a packed arena. The coaching decisions, shuffling her from spot to spot, don't reflect a system. They reveal a desperate hunt for a spark that just isn't there.
Actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
But she's better at everything. And she had a triple-double. She's tied for the 3rd most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Let's just say it. Angel's not producing, not progressing, and not adapting. Her only consistent contribution is rebounding, and even that's not enough to justify her minutes anymore, especially with younger, hungrier players eager to prove themselves. Caitlin Clark isn't returning to simply be solid. She's coming back to reclaim her throne as the face of the WNBA. And when she's back dropping 20 points a night, Angel's ghost-like 4-point games are going to look even worse. The league needs players who raise the bar, not just their own profile. And if Angel doesn't figure out her offensive rhythm fast, she won't just fall behind. She'll vanish. All that preseason hype, NIL deals, and media attention fade quickly when the box score doesn't back it up. And right now, the numbers are loud and clear.
Unfortunately, it comes with the crown.
I got to push back on you a little bit.
Okay.
I think you're being a little bit too PC. Let's call it what it is. I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it. Now, yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows there's social media. She is not dumb.
Even inside the locker room, things have to be tense. Picture this. You grind for 10 hard minutes off the bench while Angel strolls around for 30 and contributes little beyond effort. That kind of imbalance kills team morale. And for the front office, this is a nightmare. You built a brand around her and now the product is flopping. She's giving off G League energy in a prime-time role. And the fans? They were promised a generational rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, Iowa versus Baton Rouge. a college clash reborn in the pros. Instead, they got Clark making headlines with a bum ankle, while Angel runs around the court like a Peloton instructor on low-impact mode. You promised fireworks but delivered a sparkler soaked in rain.
Of the WNBA will be Caitlin Clark. If she stays healthy, there's a group of them that would hope for her to be out. But
why do you say she's going to be the Jackie Robinson of the WNBA?
Well,
it's not like she's the first white girl.
She's not the first white girl, but she's the first white superstar at the levels where she's scoring these, the threes she's shooting. She's like a Steph Curry. She's the first actual superstar that people care. When's the last time we watched like college basketball? If I told you, tell me the greatest college female basketball players last 30 years, and you watch, I know her. She's our meat. But you look at some of these names, you see some of these people on how they.
If this pattern keeps up, it's going to stop being funny and start being sad. A what could have been story. Clark is soaring while Reese is fading fast. It's a brutal reminder that branding will only take you so far. Real success comes from performance. So let's be honest. If the Sky want to win, they've got to stop wishing on a star. Angel Reese right now is not the player they counted on. Until she starts posting real numbers, she's not a solution. She's a red flag. She's not just hurting the team. She's risking her entire career. The WNBA doesn't hit pause while you figure it out. Either you contribute or you disappear. That's it. And if you're still here waiting for her next blooper, hit that fire emoji and comment baby giraffe down below. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Click the video on screen. We'll see you next time.